Hi guys, and welcome back to Jetstream TV. Our flight today is in the A320 NEO, the Al Jazeera livery. We're flying between Seeb International in Muscat to Al Ain International, Al Ain International rather. So you can see the route here that's been planned. Seeb International to Al Ain International. So if we look at the navlog, the various waypoints that we're going to be flying past today and reaching a cruise altitude of 38,000 feet. Not in the cruise for long, as you can see it's a steady decline, steady descent into Al Ain International. That's the navlog, and then we'll have a closer look at the route. Okay, so we're starting at gate 6 today, that's where we're parked, and we're going to be taxiing out to 26 right. It's going to be a DAPO 1 X-ray departure from 26 right this afternoon. Flying a runway heading, and then with a slight right hand turn, heading out to our next beacon, out over the sea. DAPO, back across the coast. Lop I-Tracks coming next, as we just reached some kind of civilization there below us, and this is the arrival now into the runway at Al Ain International. So you can see there's rather a big left hand circuit there just before the arrival onto the ILS 01 Yankee. So there is the route today. Flight time shouldn't be any more than around about 45 minutes, 50 minutes or so. So sit back, relax, enjoy the flight, and without further ado, let's get in the sky. All the preliminary checks have been done, the engine start, etc., and all of the checklists have been done, and we're now taxiing down to the runway. Being followed by a little prop plane there. Just going to put this microphone down on its stand, hear a few clicks and stuff like that. So you can see with the windsock in the foreground here, there isn't much wind today at all. It's ideal flying conditions, to be honest with you. It's the first time flying this Jazeera NEO. Beautiful paint scheme on the aircraft. Okay, so just about to enter the runway now. We'll be lining up very shortly and then hitting the power. Full power now. V1 rotate just through V2. Positive brake gear up. We'll be putting in the autopilot very shortly, which should send us off on our northwesterly track. Pilot's going in. Flight director is on. Just checking the altitude there. We're rolling that up to 13,000 feet initially. So we're engaging here, engaging the predefined speeds and altitudes that were done from the flight plan, which is all managed by the FMC flight management computer. Nice view across the ocean now as we're heading north. So if you think about the map that I showed you initially at the beginning of the flight, we'll be taking a slight right hand turn very shortly and heading out over the sea for around about 5-10 minutes or so, and then a left hand turn which will be bringing us back inland and across the mountains. You can see there in the distance around about 15-20 minutes time. Our right turn now, which will take us out over the ocean.
Sorry, can you come again? I couldn't hear you. Route November 685, 1290 has 175 Charlie.
There we are, over the wet stuff. Okay, I'm going to increase the altitude now. Stepping up from 14,000 feet right the way up to our cruise today at 38,000 feet, and we're engaging select altitude, engaging planned altitude, and the same with the vertical speed. Needs to be around about 2,500. We'll put that in for 3,000 feet on the climb. And again, the managed speed mode, engage managed speed. For some reason I've noticed with the A320 NEO that the auto throttle tends to turn itself off from time to time. I've no idea why that is. I'll probably need to Google it. But occasionally you need to manually use the throttle, even though it should be there to be selected. For some reason it doesn't work sometimes when you try and click on the auto throttle on the autopilot. Sun shimmering away on the ocean down to our left hand side there now. You can see the mountains off in the hazy distance. Really liking the livery on this Jazeera NEO. So our left hand turn now, you can see we're just checking on the map there. That's a DAP on the left hand turn. Heading in a westerly direction now, back over terra firma.
Can you hear me?
We should be up at altitude very swiftly with 3,000 feet per minute on the vertical, on the VS, the vertical speed. Nicely, just coming up to altitude. Quite hazy outside this evening. Sun quite low in the sky. Checking the map once again. Yes, we're tracking to Lop Hill. And then, well, the aircraft's on the right hand side of that map now. We're around about 100 nautical miles away from the arrival airport. And as soon as we're in the cruise, it's time to bring it swiftly back down again. Only a short flight today. So here we come back down, and we're going to bring it all the way down to the arrival altitude of 4,000 feet, 3,000 feet. Vertical speed control, that's coming down again. That needs to be in the minus now, so the nose of the aircraft will dip forward and brings into a gentle descent. 2,500 feet per minute, and again engage managed altitude mode. Speed, engage managed speed mode, bottom selection with the right mouse trigger. And if you notice the altitude, it's slowly starting to wind back.
Thank you, it is identified. I'm very much
Should get a nice sunset this evening on the arrival. The sky slowly starting to take on that pink haze. Very nice indeed. Just playing with the camera a little bit in the cockpit now to get a nice view out the window. Very, very hazy on the way down, but there doesn't seem to be any kind of cloud on the arrival or any kind of bad weather for the descent. Still perfect flying conditions this evening.
Maintain till DR and switching to Doha. Do you have the free for that? Yes, 3101, hold Doha.
Quick check on the visual flight rules map. And as you can see, the aircraft is halfway now between Lop Hill and iTrax, is that? Let's think about coming down a bit faster. There we go, the vertical speed control can now go to 3,500 feet per minute. Should bring us in nicely. See, so the auto throttle, trying to select the auto throttle button now. For some reason, it's just not playing ball. Anybody else had any issues with the A320 NEO? Please let me know in the comments, or if you know of a fix for this. Maybe I've set something up wrong with the aircraft, with that not working when I'd like it to. Very sporadic, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And there's that beautiful pink glow just starting to appear on the horizon now. Just putting the speed brakes on there. Slow the aircraft down slightly for the descent, as we're coming in just a little bit too quickly. That should slow us down nicely. I love coming into this airport. I love the mountain range down off to our left hand side right now. Beautiful, very nice indeed. More of an orange haze now as the sun's slowly starting to come down, casting some wonderful colours on the mountains beneath us. Putting some more speed brakes back in momentarily, just to help with slowing the aircraft down on the descent now. The sun catching the wings and the aircraft beautifully there. What a nice glisten, very nice indeed.
Ground, this is November 343, reposition completed, ground.
So you can see on the HUD there now the sun just glimpsing over the top of the dashboard, very nice indeed. You can see our track now and the left hand turn that we need to make in order to land successfully at the airport. Again, having problems with that auto throttle button not working, really not good enough. Just making sure that we are engaging the managed speed profile. That should prevent any overspeeds on the way down, as it is rather a steep descent today at 3,500 feet per minute. I think what I'm going to do is we'll get the gear down. That should help slow us nicely as we're approaching around about 3,000 feet now, ready for the final stages of flight today. And we'll probably take the autopilot out and hand fly this last sector right the way down to the ILS. And the left turn begins to follow the track. Casting some gorgeous colours inside the cockpit here now as we're making our left hand turn. Beautifully realistic. Really, really loving this sim.
That
Just had to step away from the cockpit there for a second, leaving the controls with my trusted first officer. Right, let's see if we can get this baby down safely. Beautiful view of the sunset there off our right hand wing. Nice close up of the engine there, and I just love the way that they've actually got the sun to shimmer. If you look at the sun there on the left hand side of the screen, you can see the ripple effects that the distortion and the haze has on the actual sunset. Really, really very well done. Red sky at night, shepherd's delight, as they say. Should be a very nice day in the morning. So our final left-hand turn is about to start now, so that we've got the final routing directly onto the ILS. On the dashboard now, none of the lights for the autopilot besides the auto throttle is on at the moment, so this is all being hand flown right now, and the dodgy auto throttle decides to work when it's not supposed to. Fantastic. But yes, autopilot disengaged. You'll notice that the flight director is off, although it's still displaying our route on the HUD, which has enabled me to hand fly the aircraft now down for the arrival. And there are the lights of the runway. Very clear visuals on the approach today, not much wind at all. Should be a nice straightforward smooth descent and landing. Auto throttle's coming off. Just repositioning the camera now so that we've got the airfield in sight. Go for the zoomed view. Some slight adjustments on the way in now. ILS is captured. Bit of wind on the lower levels here, but still nothing to be too worried about. Just getting that final lineup very nicely indeed. Should see the marker lights kick in now any second. 500. There we go. 400. 300.
391 Hotel Elizabeth, please. Qatar 911 Hotel, Zulu, 100. Zulu and then Egmont, Qatari 91 Hotel.
30, 20, retard 5.
Not quite the centre line, but that'll do nicely. Nice and smooth landing there. And I'll leave you to enjoy the sounds of the aircraft as we slowly taxi in to the gate. I'd like to take this opportunity to say thank you very much indeed once again for watching Jetstream TV. Quite a few videos have been posted now, not all of them with a commentary. I tend to have it more of an ASMR vibe, and I actually can't tell you how easy it is to fall asleep to some of these videos with the sound of the roar of the humming noise of the engine and things like that. I've watched these videos back a couple of times now, and I have actually fallen asleep while I've been watching them. So whether you're just an aviation enthusiast, you love flight simulation, and you actually enjoy the content that I'm making, or if you simply just want to put it on so you can doze off to sleep, it is all fine as far as I'm concerned. And once again from Jetstream TV, thank you very, very much indeed for taking the time out to watch this video. Thank you very much, and I will see you on the next one. There may be commentary, there may be not commentary. Time will tell. But I will see you all very soon. Take care. Thank you.
Delman 172, when ready, level 180, level by combo. When ready, descend level 180 to be level by combo, Delman 172. Bye-bye. 132, decimal 12, Emirates 124, goodbye. Alpha, hold left 130 right, and go for 150. 13000 feet, level by Cobalt, finish 997. When ready, send 13000 feet via Cobalt, perfect. Copy, there is 12000 feet, level by Cobalt, finish 997. No one ready?